What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a Six Samurai duel for you guys to check out, or maybe I should call it a Six Samurai duel for you guys to check out, because it is going to be the pop-off to end all pop-offs. It's actually going to be one of the longest duels you guys see in quite some time, despite the fact it's only gonna be like one turn. That's just the power of the Six Samurai deck. And, you know, giving Six Samurai a searcher for Gateway was definitely a mistake. Hell, you know, giving them like Gateway back might have been a mistake. This entire damn deck is honestly a mistake, and you guys will see why. You know, I can keep going on with my monologue while the duel plays. It's honestly going to be that long of a turn. And when Six Samurai lost Rhongo, a lot of people wondered where the deck was going to go. It's like, all right, we ain't got a lockdown card anymore. However, you know, most people just realized, hey, we can just summon Yatopic Zexal and pretty much get similar results. Yatopic Zexal is not a card that stops your opponent from summoning, so not quite as good as the, it's not quite as good as like the Rhongo. However, it does actually stop your opponent from using cards and effects like altogether. So basically a Shockmaster, if you will, during their turn. So that can be kind of legitimate. But anyways, you can see his turn starts off looking kind of weird with like the Tornado Dragon and stuff. I'm like, why would you ever make Tornado Dragon? Turn one, you're actually trolling. Like, this is not a card that you should make if your opponent doesn't really have anything on the board. Not in Samurai anyways, unless you know you're dueling against like Burn or something like that, maybe. But anyways, it's not gonna matter. He's just getting monsters on board for So You Just Skull Dread that, you know, can basically get him digging. He gets a copy of United. Now he gets his Fuma from 1-for-1. If his opponent had the Ash Blossom right there, he actually probably would have won the duel, but he didn't have the Ash Blossom, and that just means he can keep on searching. So he's just going to get a bunch of monsters on board, and you guys will basically see that the ceiling of their turns is not just like, it's not even just getting Yatopic Zexal on board. You can get Yatopic Zexal and get way more than that. And you know, this duel is going to take a very long time because none of the Six Samurai cards, well, none of the old cards from like GX or 5Ds, yeah, the 5Ds cards are not hard once per turns either. The only cards that are hard once per turns are pretty much like the Arc V cards. And Six Samurai have 3 eras of support, if I'm not mistaken. GX Zexal when they got the structure deck, and then they have the card. Oh no, they have 4 areas of support. I totally forgot that they got the structure deck. Yeah, 5Ds because they had Storm of Ragnarok, so they have like 4 areas of support. Anyways, you can see that he has the rank up magic Astral Force in his hand, by way of what is this number? This is number the Rabarian Shark. This is number 71. So basically, he's just going into Utopia, and he is going to go for Gossip Shadow number 75. That's just to give this guy a billion materials on it, because usually you'd only have like 4 materials, but by having the Shadow on it, you get. Let me just pause for one quick second and see. I think you get 6 or 7 materials. 8 materials. Oh wow! I was gonna just guess like 7 materials, but yeah, you get 8 turns of Shockmaster, so that's pretty fun. Shockmaster for all 3 types of cards: monster, spell, and trap, by the way. But he's not even done there, Cap. He's like Cap G, I'm not done with that. I'm gonna continue going further beyond. He's gonna go on and go for a full-on extra link and give his opponent the Corruptor Iblis, just to make sure he not only can he not special summon, which is like, I mean, at this point with all this stuff, it's like, it's almost redundant, but he's making it so he can't use his extra deck at all. So he's basically locking out his opponent in every single way possible. This is like significantly, when you get this all together, this is actually like significantly better than Rhongo, because yes, Rhongo did stop your opponent from summoning, but they could still use their traps and spells. This technically stops them from special summoning, because they can only special summon if it's like, you know, using the Corruptor Iblis. They're locked out of the extra deck completely because they do have the extra link established, and then you cannot use monster effects either because you do have the Yatopic Zexal. And some of you guys might say, just attack the Link Karibo, ya noob. He can actually use the Binary Sorceress, and he can crank this guy's attack up through the roof. So that's not actually the right play either, honestly. The only right play when your opponent does this is to scoop. So you see, he does attack, and yeah, Link Karibo goes to like 3,500 attack almost. So just attack the Link Karibo. That ain't it, Chief. That's not actually going to get you out of this situation. And these monsters have battle protection as well. Like some of these monsters that are co-linked, they have battle protection, they have targeting protection, because he does have, you know, some nightmares on field. So honestly, I don't know what you do. I think you just flip over the table, you give your opponent their correct Ruptor Ibli back and you just like rage quit. That's honestly the only thing that I could think of. The guy who lost this duel, I think, is the one who actually sent it to me. He was like, damn, Cap, I knew I was dead, but this guy didn't have to do all of this. That was completely unnecessary. He already had game in the bag. Guys trying to sit here and super style on me. Yeah, this game's over. This guy, the Utopic Zexal, by the way, it by itself is over 7,000 attacks, so not really sure his opponent had any outs. He would have needed like multiple spear modes or something like that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this crazy display of 6 Samurai power. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.